A man charged in connection with a fatal shooting of a Norfolk State University student nearly 2 years ago was found not guilty on Friday inside this courthouse here behind me in Norfolk. I'm News 3 reporter Colter Anstad with what happened on the final day of the trial and what both sides are saying. This is video of the shooting scene in September 2023 when Norfolk State University student Jahari George was shot in a car with friends near campus. Nearly 2 years later, the fourth and final day of the trial for Kamari Warren started with what felt like a marathon closing argument session from both sides. It lasted for over an hour. The jury then spent about 2.5 hours deliberating. Warren is one of 3 people initially charged in the case, but one of those 3 has since had their charges dropped. That means there is now just one defendant left to try. That is the suspected shooter. During closing arguments, both sides relied heavily on the testimony of Anthony Pugh, one of the Commonwealth's witnesses. More specifically, both sides focused on whether Pugh and his testimony were credible or not. As we've reported, Pugh is the person Warren's attorney has argued should be on trial instead of Warren. The Commonwealth argued Warren essentially set up the shooting by calling the suspected shooter to come shoot up the car George was in. Pugh is not and has never been charged in this case, but was with a group of people, including Warren, when the shooting happened. After court Friday, Pugh's family was noticeably happy and thanked God. George's family was in court as well, but I was not able to catch up with them. I was, however, able to catch up with Warren's attorney. One question I asked him was how he would respond to people who say the verdict is not justice.
I think it's absolutely justice. Justice is based upon what the law and the evidence is. Just because a young man is with a group of other young men doesn't mean that he's guilty or shares their criminal intent.
Norfolk's Commonwealth attorney released a statement Friday afternoon saying, in part, "I am proud of the work that my trial team put into this case, and while I respectfully disagree with the verdict of the jury, I thank them for taking their duty seriously." He goes on to say, in an effort to make sure the remaining defendant in this case has a fair trial, he will not say anything more. Colter Anstad, WTKR News 3.